Guy that's renting it says it's an old place. A little run down. But it's right up in the mountains.
Well, it might not be that bad.
I believe I have made a significant find in the Kandarian ruins. Naturam de Mantum.
Shut it off!
Roughly translated, Book of the Dead.
It's not gonna let us leave.
We're gonna get you, not another peep.
Four years ago, in this quiet forest, in this cozy cabin, something happened. Something so frightening. Something so deadly. Something so evil. We prayed it would never happen again. Now, from the creator of Evil Dead, comes Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn.
Well. Good evening, everybody. How you doing? It's good to see you again. Here we are. Yet another Thursday full album spot. Let me bring the camera down a little bit. Hold on. Okay, there you go. That's better. Good evening. Thursday. One single day away, excuse me, from Friday. And then a weekend. And then you know how it goes over and over and over again. It's great to see you guys again. Here we are. It's up here on the table now. It's already loaded and ready to go. And I'm looking forward to playing this. Just showed up to the pantry, so new. Just cleaned it off. Used my Record Cleaner 7000. And by Record Cleaner 7000, I mean a damp paper towel and a chamois to dry it off. Yeah. High tech, high production situation we got here. Production values through the roof. No money spared. No expense spared at all in this show, if you haven't already noticed. I spend most of my money, allotted to the show on wardrobe. You know how it goes. Ladies, you know how it goes, right? You got to spend money on shoes and everything, and, you got to have the rouge and the eyeliner and stuff. But, yeah, it's great to see you guys again. Here we are, hanging out. Beautiful. Warm day today. I got some catching up. Going to learn, on what's been going on in a feller's life. And then we'll get into some music. Interesting thought I had the other day. I was thinking, you come on, you say hello, you talk a little bit, Then you get into like the real content, which is the music. And then you talk some more. And I'm thinking, you know what I had on the other day? I had on the Roku channel. And Johnny Carson's on there. And he comes out and does his monologue. And I go, there it is, subconsciously. Gotta have like a monologue. Thanks, Johnny. Didn't even know I was doing it. Just kind of doing my own thing. Next thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire, you know what I mean? But, yeah, it's good to see you guys. Hot day outside today. Got to the point in, a feller's business life, the company life, owning a business and getting busy, deciding what it is I have time to do, what I don't have time to do. And I go, you know what? And I go, what? And I go, your hat's crooked. And I go, okay. And then I straighten out my hat. And I says, okay, you know what? And I went, what? And I said, I just don't want or have the time to do my yard work anymore. And by yard work, I mean, my tiny little patio out front. So called up the landscaping feller. Said, come on over. Got some stuff to talk to you about. Give me a price. What's it going to take to clean up a feller's patio and his little yard out front? He gives me a price. Actually, what he said was, you give me a price. And I says, I can't buy it and sell it too. He goes, what do you mean? I says, well, I'll give you a price that I think is like fair. And it's like triple what you make. And then all of a sudden you make it $500 to clean up, 20 minutes worth of sticks in a feller's front yard. So I said, you give me a price. And I'm expecting some crazy, hundreds of dollars and shit. But he goes, I'll clean it up for $75. And then, like, the maintenance every other week will be $35. And I'm sitting there. So now I put on the poker face. I'm going, I don't know. You make that face. Go, I don't know, man. Let me. Jeez, I'm making all, I said, okay. All right. Let's do it. So officially got myself some landscapers that I can boss around. That's when you know you made it in the world, when you got some landscapers outside your house and you get to tell them what to do. It's a great way to live, right? It's America. Let's see who's in the chats, and we'll say hello. But before that, remember I told you about the girl with the towel over on Twitch, and she keeps saying, I'm going to take my towel off, and then she goes, she's just going to drop it down. She goes, oh, wait a minute, how you doing? And she never drops the towel. That's kind of what I'm doing here. Before that, let me just give you guys a cheers. I already got one poured here. Got my Patron Silver. We're going to have a good time tonight, have a lot of fun, listen to some great music, hang out and do some chats, catch up with you guys, see what's going on in the fellers and fellettes world. Until we get to that point, cheers, guys. Appreciate you. Now, don't forget to drink that water, people, honestly. And don't, mind, the 3 o'clock shadow. The makeup girl didn't show up today, so she didn't get to shave a guy's face. That's, big deal. Fella's got a little bit of stubble. I know you used to see me clean shaven and everything's, just groomed up just properly, but we just give a fella a break once in a while, all right? Didn't want to shave. Just wasn't in the mood. Washed the skin, the butt skin and the foot skin and all that stuff, but just didn't want to do the shaving. I'll do it tomorrow. Let's jump up top here. Wait a minute. Let me look at the bottom because I think someone showed up. Okay, we're going to make our way down. Let's go make our way down. So new fellers and fellettes in the room. Hold on, I'm coming at you. First one in the room, Wyoming Dave. I think he lives in California, maybe something. I don't, Wyoming, California, same thing. Good to see you. AZ Mick in the house. There's one for you, buddy. Hope all's going well. We're going to run them down here. Joe Marino's back in the crowd again. Good to see you, buddy. Did you show up last time? Time before? Either way, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with a feller tonight. Hope you enjoy the music and the chats and all the fine people here hanging out with us tonight. Great to see you. Bring it, calm down a little bit, Aaron. You're getting excited. Zorlok's in the house. I'll be doing a lot of this tonight, so Zorlok's in the house. Good to see you, Zor. Hope all's going well. Yo, Adrian. It's like a billion. Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. I like when the ladies show up. They bring a of distinction, is what a fella's trying to say to the room. You know, they make it smell good because they got nice smelling hair and stuff like that. And it's good to have ladies in the room, too. You don't just want the hot dog cart, you know what I mean? You know, roll them windows down and let the stank out. And then the ladies show up and they smell good. And, you know, it's great to see them and stuff. And excellent to see you. Thanks for coming by, Adrian. Hope all's swell. Eduardo, he's in the crowd tonight. Good to see you, Eduardo. Thanks for coming by. Hope you're having yourself a good week. I am. Who else we got? Miss You, the single greatest hype entity in all the interwebs combined. That's Miss You. She's out there. You're wondering, where is she? She's right out there, literally. She's looking. I see her looking in the window right now. She's got some big eyeballs. Like that guy from the Three Stooges had the super big eyeballs and they were popping out and stuff. She's right out there looking in. Thanks for coming by. Who else we got in here? Zorlock, already said hi. Nick Fantasy. He's like my fantasy guy friend. Don't get it twisted now, people. Thanks for coming by. Nick, you're by early tonight. I don't know what's going on. Are you going back to work? You're going to say you're leaving and you'll be back later because you got to work. I don't know anybody who works on electronics that works so late. Should be like a 9 to 5 thing, 8 to 4. What's going on over there, Nick? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for coming by. Psych, Derek's in the house. Derek, just saw your little impromptu, not little, I don't mean it. It's not, I'm not trying to demean you by saying little, but it was like a short clip of you doing your open mic thing. Pretty cool, man. I'm a drummer myself. Good to see you pounding on them skins, having fun. That's what it's all about in the end. All right, who else we got? Mr. Beast is in the house. Good to see you, Sir Beast. Thanks for coming by. Hope yourself have yourself week, days, thing, good times, fun, life, happy, joy, laugh. I got to bring it back a little bit. Who else we got? Groovy Lisa. She's on the West Coast. Good to see you, Lisa. Thanks for coming by. Notice how I brought it down. Couple octaves. Going to bring the BPMs down a little bit. I'm excited. I missed you guys. It's good to see you. And I get all excited. You know, like JoJo, the idiot circus boy. That's how I feel right now. So I just got to remind myself to bring it back. It's going to be a long run tonight. I can't, shoot the wad right in the beginning. Remember the 3-pump chump? I don't want to be that guy tonight. So the feller's he's going to pull back a little bit, dim the lights down, and everything's going to be fine. All right. Yes, Beast is in here. Yes, who else? Great people. Kimba, she's there she is, hanging out. She knows what that is. That's the virtual cherries on the milkshake of life. Great to see you. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with a feller on a beautiful Thursday evening. And what I mean by beautiful is, environments controlled by air conditioning. Don't go outside. It's sweaty. Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Who else we got in here? Record Cleaner 7000. I'll set you up with everything you need, brother. You want the Record Cleaner 7000? Send me $48 plus shipping and handling, and I'll send you out a kit that will wash at least 1.5 records. Totally worth your money. Cliff's in the house. Hey, Cliff, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're having yourself a good week. I'm just saluting people, saying hello. That's how a fella says hi. I salute. Talking record cleaning. Am I in the right place? I don't know. Time will tell, Cliff, but it's good to see you, buddy. My New Jersey brethren in the house tonight. Clifford, the vinyl cheapskate. Is that still your name? Okay. I never know. People change their names so often in here. I think I look down and then it's Cliff, the audiophile or audio record spinning fellow, and thanks for keeping your name the same name, Cliff. It's much appreciated. In a world of constantly changing names, it's good to see somebody just keeps the name. I was talking about this to a fella not too long ago. I says, I've had the same name, Mr. Bizarro, since 2001. 2-0-1, as my nanny used to say. They used to say zeros were aughts. Remember those back? Anybody old enough remember the aught days? Excuse me. Never changed the fella's name ever. It's been the same thing. And it's never going to change. I don't have an identity crisis. I'm a bizarre strange feller, and I'm okay in my own shoes. It's got no problem looking myself in the mirror. Who else have we got? Derek, it is what it is, man. It's official. The Target or not, it's official where. It's not, over on South Street with the guy, with the silk screening, and he's, doing it in the back alley. At least it's official. Bobby Gass, my big brother's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. How's your life going? You doing okay, pal? Thanks for coming by, bud. This stuff's right down your alley, too. I think it's going to be pleasing quite a few people tonight. Like minimal input with the most pleasure. You know what I mean? Thanks for coming by, Bobby. It's good to see you, buddy. Hope all is well. Yeah, Bobby Gass. Crow's in the house. I already did I did the crow. That's Cleveland Crow, because that's my crow impression. So that's what we do. $100 a week? Yeah, this is going to be like, it's like an initial payment to like clean it. But then it's every other week, so it's like $35 every other week. So it's not a big area out front, trust me. Okay, who else we got in here? Bobby's hanging out. Man, it's good to see Bobby. Appreciate you coming by. Mr. Rando, Mr. Wax, Dead Wax. Let's not use the wax word, because that's, there's another fellow with the wax thing. He's a complete douche. But this Wax, he's an okay fella. It's good to see you, Randy. Hope all's well, buddy. Hope you're having yourself a good week. One more day away from the weekend, buddy, for us blue-collar fellers. Maybe some fellettes out there doing the blue-collar thing. I don't know. I see them now and then, and I go, man, it's, what kind of mistakes did you make in life that you're out there digging ditches or mowing lawns? It's weird to see a girl doing, man's kind of stuff, but got to appreciate it nonetheless. Yeah. Right. Okay. Scrolling down. Catching up. Officially caught up. Okay, here we are. That was a difficult one. I had a lot of chances down there to figure out. It's cleaning up, cleaning house. Keep the house clean. Sweep it. How many times a week do you sweep your house with the vacuum? With 2 U's. A vacuum? It's every day, practically, at my house. Not just because I'm a neat freak and I don't like dust. You get the dustices in the nose. But the cat. It goes in the box, and then it gets the grains caught in the pads. And then, it releases them. She releases them all around the house. And one of my pet peeves is stepping on debris. Don't like stepping on things in my house, so I like keeping it clean. But as many times as I vacuum, she manages to go. It's almost like she waits for me to vacuum. Then she goes in and makes a mess. But only after I vacuum. I don't get it. Messiest cat on the planet. Swiffer. Every other day. Because of your Ellie monster. Now, that's a subjective comment. The monster, I knew a fella, and she said her time of the month was her monster. So, are you swiffering up blood or something? Like discharge? Yeah. Okay. Seen a chick hoeing today and shoveling. That's a difficult road to hoe. Randy set me up with that one. Yeah, so, okay, it's good to see you guys. So tonight, if you don't see down here, and it's right here, let me pull it across the screen for you. It's right there. 1967, Country Joe and the Fish, electric music for the body and soul. Body, mind, soul, body. Mind and body, soul and mind. Good stuff. Like one of the earliest examples of psych and, Cali-based psych. It's a great album. I found this on eBay. Nice clean one. Original. Let me show you. Original press, Vanguard. So this is the first run with the Vanguard press. And I picked it up for like $2.80. Like, got one of those kind of auctions where somebody wasn't paying attention, and I snagged the shipping was more than the record. And but it's a good, nice, clean first press. Country Joe and the Fish. I've got some other fish-related stuff. But, yeah, really glad to have that. Pick that up. Nice shape. It's a VG Plus. I'd say VG Plus is what I'd rate it. And you'd be surprised how many people on eBay don't rate anything. They just go, it's cool. They go, so you're rating it like a C? Like, I don't get, it's all right. Or record. That's always a great description that really instills a lot of faith in you to want to make a purchase. When they go, it's a record. You go, okay, I'll buy it. Fuck it. Yeah, I didn't know until you explained it was a record. So thank you. Yeah, it's great. Free concert downtown Ann Arbor today. Couldn't make it. Los Lobos. Well, it's kind of a good thing you did have work, Randy, because Los Lobos, free or not, I'd pretend like I was busy. I don't know. I got to go to proctologist. Got to get my hiney looked at today, so I can't make it. Lobos is. Sorry. Cool. All right. Yeah. They were at the Woodstock concert, yeah. Everybody knows The Fish. I don't know how many people know this album. It's not a difficult album to find. First press and clean. Maybe it's a little more difficult to find, but it's out there. There are tons of them out there. But I wanted the Vanguard press, and I wanted one kind of clean. And they're, going, whatever, standard prices. $15, $25, something like that. You get like a really nice one. But I like a deal. See how the voice went up? I'm trying to let you know I'm into deals. So I go way up when I talk about the deal. I get excited. Okay, so here we are. One more. Let's do one more. Let's pour another one here. We got a road we're going to head down tonight. We're going to hang out. We're going to have an awesome time. I don't know about you guys. Don't have to get up for work in the morning. So, going to have myself a good old time tonight. Tip back on Grandpa's old cough medicine, as it were, and just hang out with some great people. Thanks for coming by. The music is about, 35 seconds to 40 minutes away. Oh. Cheers. It's good to see you. Miss you. You better be hanging. You said you ain't drank for like a week since Mikey Bananas has been gone, so your liver should be completely healed and ready to go by now. So when I say shots, I'm kind of looking at you. Pun intended. So let's set them back and see if we can hang tonight. See who bows out first. But I hope everybody has a cold snack or like a bowl packed up, or I don't know, maybe got some airplane glue or some rocket fuel, jet fuel, lacquer thinner. I don't know. I don't know what your finances are like. You may need to go on the low end. Freon, fly strips, whatever you got going on. Send it. Do a couple of them fly strips for me tonight. Get nice, and sticky, as it were. So, cheers to you. You ready to get started? Let's play some music. All right, drink plenty of water, okay? If you're going to be doing shots as this, drink plenty of water, okay? Keeps the head from just kind of thumping the next day. Okay, so let's set the sucker up, and let's get started. I got to turn around, and I got to put the record on. So don't look at my hiney, okay? Please. And that's about the most amount of work I really want to do tonight. But I'm looking ahead and I'm going, man, you got to get up like one more time. You got to flip the record and do the same thing again, like twice. Thinking, man, maybe this is just too much for me to handle at this point in my life. I spit on you. I'm sorry if I spit water on you. It gets into flavor saver, get a little water, a couple dewdrops in there, and you say a couple peas, and it's just right in the eyeballs. Anywho, thanks for coming by and hanging out. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for coming back again and again and again. So to all the fellers out there and the fellettes, Appreciate you coming by. Going to grab myself some incense. Maybe some of the coconut stuff that Adrian sent from Hawaii. Maybe some of that pineapple stuff. Maybe some precious sandal. Found like a new brand called Egyptian at the same hippie shop that I go to get my stuff at. Probably going to get some of that because that smells really good. That's quickly becoming a second place. The precious sandalwood. Loving it. Good stuff. Anywho, I'm going to put on the music, and then I'm going to pick up my phone because this is how I check my comments. It's right here. And we're going to talk and have a good time. So, as, you know, I just said, like, second, 5 seconds, it's growing. It's like 9-10 seconds now. What I just said about having fun and hanging out, do that. Just keep that in mind. And it's good to see you guys. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. Thursday night. Thursday already? Shh. Don't tell your boss. He'll try to get you to come in on Saturday. Like, hey, you mind coming in on Saturday? No, I can't do it. I'm sick. Good evening, y'all. Here we go.
My thumb done froze, can't feel my toes. I'm feeling a little destitute. Wheels throwing water all over my axe, and Mr. Jones won't lend me a hand. Up come two cats in a Cadillac, and they say, won't you hop in, man? I went flying. Others got a fez on his head. They turn around and grin, and I grin back, but not a word was said. So I took out my harp and I played them a tune. I could see they were digging it. Then the one with bells, well, he turns and he says, we'd like to help you make your trip. And I went flying. Die. So why not put them on a plane and send them home in the sky? So they took me to the LA airport, laid $20 in my hand. Well, I paid my fare, I'm in the air, flying back home again, and I went flying. Yeah, all the way, you know I went flying high all the way.
Good evening, y'all. Good evening to you.
She hides in an attic concealed on a shelf. Behind volumes of literature based on herself. And runs across the pages like some tiny elf. Knowing that it's hard to find stuff way back in her mind. Winds up spending all of her time trying to memorize every line. Sweet Lorraine, sweet Lorraine. Sweet lady of death wants me to die, so she can come sit by my bedside and sigh, and wipe away the tears from all my friends' eyes. Then softly she will explain just exactly who was to blame for causing me to go insane and finally blow out my brain. Sweet Lorraine, ah, sweet Lorraine. Well, you know that it's a shame and a pity you were raised up in the city and you never learned nothing about country ways. Oh, about country ways. The joy of life she dresses in black, with celestial secrets engraved in her back. And her face keeps flashing that she's got the knack. But you know, when you look into her eyes, all she's learned, she's had to memorize. And the only way you'll ever get her high is to let her do her thing and then watch you die. Sweet Lorraine, ah, sweet Lorraine. Now she's the one who gives us all those magical things, and reads us stories out of the I Ching. Then she passes out a whole new basket of rings that when you put on your hand makes you one of the angel band and gives you the power to be a man. But what it does for her you never quite understand. Sweet Lorraine, ah, sweet Lorraine. Well, you know that it's a shame and a pity you were raised up in the city and you never learned nothing about country ways. Oh, about country ways. Oh, about country ways. Yeah, about country ways. I hear that death sound, baby, oh, like an echo in my brain. You hear that death sound, baby, oh, like an echo in my brain. Well, there's a part of us dying. You know that things will never be the same. I'll never black nails are pounding now. Yes, into the coffin of our love. Feel the black nails pounding now. Yes, into the coffin of our love. We're like a flag shouted holler now. Don't you know that I have killed the snow white dove? I killed the dove. Keep falling now towards our ending day. Yeah, the time sands keep falling towards our ending day. I see the minutes chasing the hours. Yes, to the words that we should say. Ah, we should say.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Good to see you. Sandy said rare, by the way.
The white ducks fly on past the sun. Their wings flash silver at the moon. While waters rush down the mountain tongue, my organs play a circus tune. I dance to the wonder of your feet and sing to the joy of your knees. The cold white dress on the mountain breast paints the frozen trees. The maple plants patterns in the sky, its leaves to kiss the wind, while scores of glittering bugs and flies dance polkas on her limbs. I whistle symphonies of your face and laugh for your hair so fine. In startled greens of playground grass, a child jumps rope to rhyme. Reeds and brass, the marching drums make a joyous sound. Trees bend low with nuts and plums, then fall to find mouth and stand erect for love. The sun burns up the winter sky, and all the earth is love.
Lucky with that one, it was only like 2.5 minutes long, so we got off lucky. What's up, Dave? Good to see you, buddy. Hope all's well. Thanks for coming by, pal. All right. Side 1. Country Joe and the Fish. Electric music for the mind and body. Sandy approves. She's going rear. And I know when she goes rear, as opposed to rear, it means she likes it. Yep. So, here we are. Side 1. Already halfway through our session together. You getting upset that it's going to end really soon? And you're going to have to leave and go home? And by go home, I mean like shut off your phone or your laptop or your old Dell tower. Dude, I'm getting a Dell. How about those days? Remember those days? Great album. Cliff, if you are going to snag one, get a first press on the Vanguard. Get the Vanguard sessions. They sound really good. A good album. I've got the like the Haight Ashbury era stuff, like it's kind of like a best of. It's got some live stuff and like another version of the Fixin' to Die rag, you know what I mean? The Give Me an F song. But these are relatively cheap. But having said that, just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's fucking not awesome. And this has got everything going for it. Somebody mentioned in the chat earlier that it's a nice balance. And it is. It's got a really nice balance. It's got a lot of psych in it. It's got some pop elements in it. And, of course, that kind of circusy dirge thing that they got going. But luckily, it was only like 2.5 minutes, so we didn't have to suffer that too long. But even that song is kind of cool. And maybe an underrated kind of guy, because everybody thinks, it's the Fixin' to Die guy, and he's screaming F-U-C-K and Woodstock. And that's essentially where everybody knows this guy from. And then maybe you advance and you pick up like the best of, like I did, because there is some Fish stuff that I'm not really digging too much. But as I tap this, cover, and by the way, it smells good, like musty OG sniffing, like rating. I'd give it a 10. It's righteously musty, and like in the best way possible. So. Let's check the chats here. Gary showed up. Hey, Gary. Good to see you, bud. I'm going to give you like an extended one. Gary hasn't been around for a while. Good to see you, buddy. Hope all is well. Boingo is constantly asking about coffee. I don't know who drinks coffee at 10 o'clock at night. Like, I'm on the East Coast. It's like 10 o'clock right now. If you're drinking coffee like past like 4 in the afternoon, you need to check yourself, people. Coffee is not meant for like afternoon unless you're pulling like a 12. If you're like a nurse working in the ER and you got to do like 4 10s, then you might want to drink some coffee. But if you're just doing like a standard day, coffee's for morning. I don't know. I guess it's kind of subjective. But I don't even drink coffee for the same reason most people drink coffee. Most people go, yeah, I get up in the morning, I drink a cup of coffee. It just wakes me up, gets me through the day. Doesn't do that for me. I don't drink coffee because it makes me awake. Because it doesn't make me awake. If I can't be awake like on my own, coffee is not going to help. Now, it does kind of throw a little boost in there. But essentially, it's more of like a shaky kind of boost. So I don't want too much because then I start, like doing that. And, in my trade, what I do, this is not conducive to what I do. You can lose money and mess up things. Yeah, good to see you, Gary. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, coffee. Yeah, the musty aroma of the innards. And, you open up a record. You open up a vinyls, like a sleeve. And it's got this shape. It kind of opens up like that. It's got like a familiar shape to, us fellers and fellettes. I'll dig the shape. Yep. Good to see you, Gary. Thanks for coming by. I think because Gary showed up, I think it's time to pour another shot. I feel like I'm behind. I'm only 2 shots in. Miss you, where you at? Come on. Don't fall behind yet. You're 3 hours behind, which means you should be at least 3 shots ahead of me. Just to, be on the same level, you should do 3 and 1. But since Gary just showed up, I'm pouring myself another shot. So I'll give you about, somewhere between 8 and 15 seconds. And then I'm going to do my shot for Gary out there. Gary Spring, hanging out in the crowd. It's been a while since he came by. Hope everything's going good for you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. We still got the entire side, too, of the Mr. Fish's and the Mind, Body, and Soul LP. Vanguard, first press. Like, I think it was somewhere like $2.80. The shipping was more than the album. Just, you can still get in there and find good deals. eBay is still a good place to find vinyl. You just got to find the right guy that doesn't know what he's got. Maybe got like the make an offer. I love the make an offer kind of auctions, you know what I mean? Because you can just beat a feller down. Or fellette, whoever's, selling it. And, yeah, it's a good thing. You can still find things. You got to work a little bit harder. But just get your eBay set up and put it in your watch list, and, they'll tell you if it's going to end, and then they send you like an offer. Oh, guys, it's going to drop at 20% if you buy it now, and you can still find a good deal. Hence, like, a clean copy, $15, $20. Let's call it $20 for like, an EX or a VG plus kind of. Yeah. You can find them. You just got to look. But that's what I still dig that kind of search, seeking things out and getting a good deal. They're still out there. You just got to work a little bit harder. Just put the time in. You ready? Malia's in the house. Look at who's just showing up after about, 15 years. Malia, it's been so long since Malia's been here. She's like eligible now for the AARP card. And then she can get discounts on the bus. And things like Depends and all the stuff the old fellettes wear because, they can't hold the peepees in anymore. Good to see you, Malia. See I rhyme there? It's just, oh, man, I'm constantly, like, impressing myself. By impressing myself, I mean I kind of hate myself, but let's not dig too deep. Let's keep it on the surface tonight. I got my shot poured. Malia and Beast and you and Gary and Vaughn and Kimba's in the house, of course. Of course. Adrian's hanging out. She's fighting off the sharks as it's out there, but kick them off. I heard if you poke them in the eyeball, Adrian, if you just put a thumb in the old eyeball of the sharks they'll back off. They'll stop biting you. Don't forget. But just get the thumb in the eyeball and just give it a good right in the eyeball. They'll back off. Hey, it's good to see you, Malia. Thanks for coming by. Hope you have a good time. This stuff is right down your alley. It's a shame you missed side one, but you can back up on it if you want. And we're playing some good 67 early example of Psych, West Coast Psych for sure, and good stuff. Readily available to buy, not expensive, but fucking rad, man. You can't argue the fact that this shit is fucking rad. You know what I mean? It's got everything a good Psych album needs. Twangy, echoey guitar, delay, a nice Hammond B3 going. What the swirling cabinet thing? What was that swirling cabinet called? It was like a B. Was it a Hammond and then the B? What was the swirling speaker? It had a name. That's Anywho, let's do a shot to all the people that have just shown up, and of course to all the people that are here now. It's great to see you. Thanks for stopping by. We still got a whole side too, so don't you go nowhere now. Don't you go dying on me. I'm serious. Cheers, people. Now, you gotta just put the water down. You gotta drink the water, okay? Don't forget. Yeah. Leslie, that's right, Nick. Thank you. The Leslie speaker, the rotating speaker. There was a Doors song where Ray Manzarek, or Manzarek, as I like to call him, I forget what song it was. I heard it the other day. And right midway through the song, he nails the Leslie. And you hear the Leslie just spin up. Something like that slow whirl, and then it spins up, and then it drops back. He does it like twice in one song. I forget which one it was because I might be getting a little high right now. I don't know for sure. But to all the like 34 to 28 to 34 people that are hanging out in here tonight, appreciate you coming by. I notice when I play music, sometimes like the numbers go down, and then when I talk, the numbers go back up. So what, you just want to hear me talk? Who really just wants to sit here and listen to me talk the whole time? Don't you want some music in there too? It's almost like it's like music time. It's like the opposite of when you go to a concert. Like when the music stops, you go pee and you make your poos and stuff and get the beer. Here, I think like sometimes you play the music and they leave, and then you start talking and they all come back again. So you got a fella confused, all right? I don't. Maybe I shouldn't think about it. Don't overanalyze, Aaron. Don't overanalyze. Just let it be what it is. Organic is the word. All right, Malia. Yeah, Malia stopped by for about 15 seconds. Appreciate you coming by. She's she's so old now. She's got to get her sleep, because we all know that everybody needs like 14 hours of sleep before they get up for work. I don't think I've had an 8-hour sleep in the past month. Like, it's been like a 1-month anniversary, I think, since I've had 8 hours of sleep. And look at me, I'm okay. Stay up, man. You could fight it. Get yourself some coffee in the morning, or like a Monster Energy, or whatever you guys, that little red bottle, the 7-hour juice that gets you all amped up. Maybe a Jolt Cola. You can hang one night without getting 8 hours of sleep. You don't need 8 hours. Who actually needs you may want 8 hours of sleep, but you don't actually need 8 hours of sleep. You really don't. And as you get older, you need even less sleep. I'm speaking from experience, because I'm like 95 years old, and I can tell you, I could live off of like 4 hours sleep. By 95 years old, I mean 51. But 51, 95, is there really a distinction between them? Yep. Of course it still counts, Malia. Put it on in the background, and, hopefully you can fall asleep to it. Until I go, hey! And I scream really loud, and you go, I'll do it. Just when Malia starts to doze off, what? I'm going to scream, because I'll know. Eric's in the house. What's happening, Eric? Did you just get back from the gym? You working out? You like boxing and stuff, man? If you live close by, man, I'd show you. You don't need to go to a gym for motivation. I could do everything here with some books and some dumbbells and like a chair. Trust me. I worked out in gyms for fucking 25 years, and I can tell you, you don't actually have to go to a gym. I think I talked about this before. Most people need it for motivation, and there are some kind of bespoke machines that are good for hitting certain targets, but you can essentially do everything you got to do with free weights, dumbbells and stuff. So, yeah. Wait a minute, is Russ here? Oh, my man Russ. Mikey, Mr. Bananas is shown. He's in the house, like right now, hanging out. The OG streamer of all time, Mr. Nanners. It's good to see you, buddy. Glad you had a good time in Nueva York, as the kids say nowadays. And Russ. Russ is in the crowd. My like one of my internet buddies. Like, I hope to like amp it up at some point and meet Russ like in real life, because then maybe we could be real friends. But like, until I meet real people in real life, there's like internet kind of friends. Now, I'm not trying to like, it's not a demeaning thing. I'm just saying, like, there's internet friends. Let me try to make something like that. And then there's like, you meet a friend in real life and then you go, yeah, now I know I can get along with this guy. And honestly, I hope that for many, many, many people here in the crowd here tonight. Just about everybody. There's like 2 people in the crowd here tonight that I probably don't want to meet. Shh. I'm not going to tell you who that is. I'm going to make you think on it. But it's good to see you, Eric, and Cliff's hanging out, and Dave, And Russ, my man Russ, I love that guy, man. Puts out really good videos, puts a lot of effort into his editing. And I'm thinking this guy needs like 50,000 views. But hey, let's keep it underground. You know, the good thing about you, Russ, is when you put your videos out and you don't get like 15,000 views, you keep a feller like, you know, on board. Because once you get famous, I go, oh, no, I knew Russ when nobody know, you know, they didn't know who Russ was. But now everybody loves Russ, and now I'm pulling back. I don't like him no more. So stay underground. Yep. I don't like a couple few, Nick. You see, I'm throwing a little bit of doubt out there. So everybody hanging out right now is going, am I one of those like couple few people? Maybe. Shh. I'll never tell. Definitely, Russ. Like, I imagine myself hanging out with Russ over there in Seattle, and it's raining. He goes, come on by, we'll hang out. I'll show you around. And then it rains all day. And we sit around in his house and we listen to records and watch Nirvana, sullen, morose, morbid Nirvana videos about, you know, how he killed himself. And we just sit there like depressed, but like a good kind of depressed. Is there actually a good kind of depressed? Because, you know, I'm on board. You better be one of the few, Lisa. Hey, you never know. I'm just putting it out. I'm just saying. I'm not going to say who. Couple few. That's all. It's very, very few. And the numbers go to like 1. They drop all the way down to 1. And probably the 1 would be one of the like couple few, which is, you know, total irony. That's like fourth wall kind of breaking down type of shit. No, it's good to see you guys. Thanks for coming by and hanging out on a Thursday. Appreciate you. Yep. Russ is like, he's hip, man. For like a 65-year-old, Russ is Russ is not 65, okay? I'm just fucking around, all right? Let me backpedal. Russ is like 41. He looks 41. Like, he's aging pretty well. For living in Seattle with all the depression and like the sullen vibes, like, he's doing pretty good, I think, for the area that he lives in. We got someone new. Hey, Shane, good to see you, buddy. Hope all's well, pal. A little cross-pollination from the Mikey Bananas world over here to the Bizarro channel. Appreciate you, Shane. It's a big supporter of the Mr. Nanners channel over there at Grown Man Record Night. Like I said, the OG streamer of all time. You see Mikey Bananas in the crowd, and you can safely say this is the guy that practically invented this type of format. I'm just like embellishing on it. I'm putting like, what's that machine where you put the little sparkly things like on your underwear and it makes it like a. Remember they were doing that like on their vaginas? Remember that at one point? They were bedazzling. Remember the bedazzle machine? And then they were like snapping it on the like the down south kind of parts, and you're thinking like, did that hurt? I might be crossing a line. I don't know. I'm not quite sure if I'm crossing the line at this point. Russ says he's 51. Yo. Russ is 55 years old. He can still kick, stretch. Yes, that's one of my favorite skits of all time. Funny thing is about that skit, Russ, is I think she says she was 50 and she can still kick and punch and kick. And I'm thinking, well, I can roundhouse, motherfucker. I don't know what she's talking about, but she had the mom jeans on where they were like all the way up to here. I think I'm maybe like a year away from like pants like up to here. Remember back in the old days? They wouldn't be okay with like, I got a gut, but I'm going to keep it in my waistline so my gut, just let your gut kind of hang out and be okay with it. When their gut got bigger, they went higher and higher and higher, and the pants were like right here. Not so much here, but like here. And I thought to myself, man, their fucking pants are awfully long. Like they got like a 20-inch inseam on these fucking jeans. Like the zipper, it just makes a sound for about, 30 seconds till they get it all the way down. Strange stuff. Like, what did you think you were achieving, like, by bringing your belt line right below the, the chesticles, for the fellers out there? I never understood it. Maybe we should bring it back. Maybe next stream I'll get them big kind of pantaloons and I'll bring it way up here with the belt. And then I'll have like a quarter, like fishnet kind of a wife beater going on where it's just like from here up. Maybe I'll be starting up a new trend. And like a trendy guy, and then I'll go on IG and like that other Chinese owned one, and I'll become like an influencer. And then you'll see all the new people of the day, and they'll be wearing, quarter fishnet wife beater and the pantaloons and the giant, abdomen that like just kind of pops out with the belt. You got to have the belt that kind of accentuates it. Plus, it holds it up. You think if it was up here at the top of your stomach and the bottom of your chest, it would just kind of hold up on its own. But they still got like a giant belt holding everything up. But I digress, and I do that a lot. So I should probably like triple down on the digress and get back into the music. Yeah, Vaughn, it was really weird. I kind of think like when I think about the waist, the super under chest top gut thing, I liken it to the weirdness scale. I liken it to like skinny jeans. And these younger fellers are going, hey, look, check out my bird legs. Like, I'm fucking hot. Like, I got skinny, super skinny legs with zero definition, no calves. Like, there's more muscle, like, in my toe skin than in my calf. No quads, like, no leg definition at all. And they're going, hey, aren't you turned on? And I think there are ladies walking around nowadays that are going, yeah, I'm turned on by the fact that you have bird legs. Back when I was younger, the last thing you wanted to let a girl know is you've got bird legs. You'd want to hide on them, like stick them in a pair of jeans. But you didn't accentuate the fact that you didn't have any definition. And some of these people, some of these guys, these fellers out there, they got less definition in their legs than the girls that they're with. And you think, this is really strange. Are chicks digging that kind of effeminate, like, a frame nowadays? Doesn't anybody like a little definition? Any fellettes out there, or fellers, I don't care who you are. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, don't you want a little bit of definition in your feller? Bird legs, it reminds me like Big Bird, from, remember that show Big Bird was on? And the bird legs, you know what I mean? They're all puffed up, and then down here it's just nothing but a couple pencils. Strange times we live in, people. I'm afraid. Yeah. Mikey Nanners has got like the most jacked calves. Like, I don't, it must be like a gift. You know what I mean? He could crack walnuts with those calves. Like the way the horseshoe comes down, he could put like a walnut in between the horseshoe and just go psh with the calf. I'm telling you, it's impressive. Yeah, but there's a difference, Lisa. You're allowed to have bird legs. You're a girl. But the guys are accentuating the bird legs. That's what I'm trying to say. How many guys out there in the crowd right now wear skinny jeans? And don't lie to me. Anybody out? Because I imagine Nick Fantasy, because he's like my fantasy pal. I imagine Nick Fantasy wearing skinny jeans to work. And he's going, hey, and he does like the calf like flex, but nothing happens. Allow me to fix your amp. Like, look at my legs. Don't you want to send me your amplifier to repair? I may not have calves, but I can build you a guitar pedal. Let me read some of these chats. I feel like I'm missing a few chats out there. Yep. Metal workout. Yeah, Eddie, I know exactly what you're saying, because I knew lots of people that worked out in the gym, and they show up with the big carpenter's jeans on, and they spend all their time from the waist up, and they'd be just fucking hulking, you know what I mean? Everything would be popping out. But if you pantsed them, in school, if you pulled the pants down at the gym, because they always wear the big Everlast. It's the big Everlast, thing across the abdomen. If you pantsed them, you'd wonder how they hold their own weight up, because they're bird legs. I get what you're saying, Eddie. Yep. Cracking them calves. That's right, Adrian. You got it. Boinga says he wears slim jeans, which is like a level up from skinny jeans. Okay. All right. I'm going to try not to judge you on wearing the skinny jeans. That's okay. It's all cool. What the Nick's a hipster? Is the hipster like apropos nowadays? I think we passed all that kind of stuff. I think the cool thing about fashion nowadays is pretty much anything goes. As when I was growing up, it wasn't cool to be a hippie. Bell bottoms, you'd get laughed. You would so end up being the butt of all jokes in school if you wore bell bottoms. So I was like a metal guy all growing up and in school. I was like a 70s kid, with the slacks and all that kind of stuff. And then in school, I was a metal guy. Leather jacket, jeans, boots. Yeah, the hair, everything that came along with being like a metal guy. I was like the metal guy. Uh-huh. Mike says, after playing in a hip-hop group for years, I'm now just wearing appropriately sized jeans. I think at some point, why am I getting a feeling that you talked about jeans or some kind of clothing in the past, Mikey? I think you talked about this on a stream before, about fashion and jeans and that kind of stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I got an idea that we already talked about that subject before. Elephant bells, yeah. And what I was getting at is today, if any kind of fashion goes, you're not locked into any one kind of, fashion. You're not going to be judged. So today, these times are pretty cool because it's pretty much open to whatever you want. You can be like a hippie or a metalhead or a punker, skinny jeans, whatever you want. And so it's a pretty cool time. Shaved heads are cool. You can buzz the dome, as a feller does. You can have the long hair. You can have a mohawk. You can color it. Skinny jeans, big jeans, regular jeans, carpenter jeans, acid wash. Button flies. Anybody remember the button flies when you button up? Nothing worse than a pair of button fly jeans when you got a pee-pee really bad. Because then you not only got the one waist button, but you got 4 or 5 more buttons to pull down before you can pee. So a lot of those jeans had a lot of pee stains on the front because you just couldn't hang out long enough to unbutton all those buttons. Not a good idea. And if you're going to wear the acid wash or the bleached kind of jeans, make sure you wash them a few times after you bleach them. Because you go to school the next day and you go, whoo, Pete is stinking like a bottle of bleach. Got to wash them jeans, boy. Yep, B says he went to Catholic school. Button-down shirt tucked in, ties, slacks. We had a Catholic school on my way to my, secular school. We passed by, the Catholic school. And all the girls wore, the pleated kind of skirts. Maybe a couple guys. I'm just saying. And we heard stories about how to get smacked on the knuckles with, a ruler or a yardstick. Yeah. I don't envy people that went to those kind of religious kind of schools. Not a fun time. You think they try to beat you in the line, and assimilate you in a secular, everyday kind of school. But these are religious kind of schools, man, you weren't even allowed to think about anything sideways, and they'd beat you across the knuckles, right? Cool. Russ says he's got the big calves, man. Not skinny jeans because he ain't skinny. That's kind of also my point, is they got a little bit of a pot belly going on, and they got the skinny jeans. So they look like a weird kind of mid-60s Pink Panther cartoon where they're just off balance. The scale doesn't look right. It's if you're a feller and you got the ratio between the nuts and the shaft is way off. If the stuff is bigger than the other stuff, it throws off the balance and it makes you look kind of weird. So just, keep it. Let me just rewind on that. Maybe we should play side 2. I talked too long. Let me digress and just hit, I was going to say hit play, but I hit 33. It's in neutral right now. I got it set in N. It's like 0. It's not moving. But then when I go to 33, I turn it on, and then it starts spinning. I am going to stop talking because I'm digging myself into a hole that I feel like I'm not going to be able to get out of in this session anyway. So let's listen to some more music. Let's pour a shot. Miss you? Maybe Adrian or Kimba's out there. Maybe you want to, I don't know. You got some wine and some whiskey, some champagne? Set them up. I'm setting one up right now. We're going to do side 2 right about now. Good to see you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. All of you. Except for a couple few. Shh.
Look up yonder in the sky now. What is that, I pray? It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a man insane. It's my president, LBJ. He's flying high, way up in the sky, just like Superman. But I have got a little piece of kryptonite. Yes, I'll bring him back to land. Said, come out, Lyndon, with your hands held high. Drop your guns, baby, and reach for the sky. I've got you surrounded and you ain't got a chance. We'll send you back to Texas, make you work on your ranch. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Superwoman and a super dog, but it sure won't do him no good. Yeah, I found out why from a Russian spy that he ain't nothing but a comic book. Gonna pull him off the stand, clean up the land. Yes, we'll have us a brand new day. What is more, I got the Fantastic Four and Doctor Strange to help him on his way. Said, come out, Lyndon, with your hands held high. Drop your guns, baby, and reach for the sky. Got you surrounded, and you ain't got a chance. Send you back to Texas, make you work on your ranch. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, gonna make 'em eat flour. Yeah, make 'em drop some acid.
Cheers! Glad that one was short.
Oh, come on. Well, now deep in my heart, baby, I know that you care. Deep in my heart, baby, the feeling is there. Knows I got something money can't buy. I got something that you ought to try. I got love, love, I said love, sweet love. I got love, baby, yeah. Well, I can tell by your smile what you wanna do. See in your eyes, you got the feeling too. Come on, baby, it's time to move. 'Cause I've got something that's a stone groove. I got love, love, I said love, sweet love. I got love, baby. desert just to try and find my path. Truth lives all around me, but it's just beyond my grasp. Yes, you know it's just beyond my grasp. All of the sand and the stars and the wind carry me back. Oh, carry me back.
I hope you guys are digging the music tonight, man. This is really cool shit. Sandy really likes it. She's either hanging out because she likes it or because she wants more food. I don't know. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Cold rain to splash water, diamonds colored green and flash the sun to paint green her hair. Cold rain to splash water, diamonds colored green and flash the sun to paint green her hair. Your silver street flash, your silver street flash, your silver street flash across the tiny door of my eye, across the tiny door of my eye. Warm wind to touch the trees, colored blue and flash the moon to paint blue my heart. Warm wind to touch the trees, colored blue and flash the moon to paint blue my heart. Your silver street flash, your silver street flash, your silver street flash across the tiny door of my eye. Across the tiny door of my eye. Soft skin to spandy, everyday colored gold and flash the sea to paint gold our love. Soft skin to spandy, everyday colored gold and flash the sea to paint gold our love. Your
There it is. Although I was thinking, here we are at an hour and 48 minutes, coming up on 149. I got an idea. Now, hold on. Now, stick with me for a minute. Hold on now. Let me come in here for a second. Let's see what I got going on here. I got this. Now, it's not deicide, right? Like everybody wants to hear deicide. It's not deicide. But I do have this Haight Ashbury, best of kind of thing. And it's got like the Fixin' a Die Rag on here. Some live versions. Superbird. The Janis song. Because the Country Joe guy, he was banging Janis. And then like in an interview in like the 80s. He goes, oh, no, I wasn't in love with her or nothing. Like, she loved me and all, but, she's like, ugly, and she had too much hair on her, southern, like, downstairs kind of parts. And she's, like, really gruff, and she'd get, all drunk and start yelling like a guy and pulling her dick out and stuff like that. So he kind of played it down like he didn't care, but I think he did a little bit. So I was thinking maybe I'll play a couple from this one here. This here one, right? I picked this up. This is another one that, like, you should get. I don't think you need any more Country Joe and the Fish than the one I just played you. And then this best of. Now, there may be, like, deeper tracks that I'm unaware of. And they're out there. Like, it's a super clean one. And this is also another one on Vanguard. So, Cliff, if you're still out there, bud, you want to pick up a second one. And this is, like I said, this is kind of readily available and not expensive. But rad as fuck, you know what I mean? What's going on in the chat here, man? Janis was, I don't know that she was, that's kind of strong, Eddie. Let's say she was ugly. I don't think she was ugly. I think if she's a little more feminine, like, the beauty, like, ranking would have went up a little bit higher. But the more she drank, the more vulgar she got. I just picture Janis like she burp all over your face and then, like, fart on you and laugh and stuff like that. And, like, poop with the door open. Like, somebody in here, it's well known. Somebody in here in the chat right now, they'll poop anywhere, anytime, anywhere. I think Janis is kind of the same. She dropped maybe she wouldn't even drop her trousers. Maybe she just kind of dump a load right in her pants and go, now you got to smell it all night long. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'll play a couple from this, and we'll try to make it like a 2-hour session, maybe a little bit more. What ones do I want to play? Anybody familiar with this album? It's kind of like a best of. Anybody in the crowd right now, anybody in the chat says this, anybody familiar with this album? Anybody have it? Bleep, bloop it down in the comments. Let a fella know if you own this album. It's got like a ring on the back, and I assume it's from like a bong. Like there's a bong water kind of ring stain on this album. That's what I assume it is. It's because it's cooler to think, somebody who's smoking a bong and they put the bong down on the album and, they're getting high in like a garage, hiding from their mom and something like that. You know what I mean? Interesting. Here's a subject that is brought up occasionally. What is like the strangest thing that you found inside an album? I got like a hair in my nose. Okay, I'm good. What is the strangest thing that you found inside of an album jacket? Like, besides the album itself, you know what I mean? Like anything weird in there that somebody put in there that, I have a Sunfighter album, like the gray slick, kind of era stuff, a Sunfighter. It's got the little baby on the front. And inside, it's got a joint. Somebody had like a red, a dark red rolling paper, and they rolled up a joint, and I guess they hid it in this album. Like maybe they hid it from their mom or their dad, like back in the day. But yeah, I've got a joint. It's still in there in the Sunfighter LP. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. It's as flat as a pancake because it's been smushed probably for 50 or 60 years now. But what have you found? What's like the strangest thing that you found inside an LP that wasn't related to, you didn't expect to see it? I think maybe some foreskin somebody dried, from when they had a breast or something like that. Maybe a tooth. I don't know, like a condom, like a Jimmy hat. Maybe you found like a Jimmy hat in there or something like that. It gives you a little bit of insight into the time. I love that kind of stuff. Because back in the day, mainly what they used LPs for, besides listening to music, was they would get like, a bunch of weed. A bunch of people get together and hang out, and they say, I got some weed, and they put all the weed together, and they put it on the album cover. And they put it on like on like an angle. They put it like an angle like that. And they get like a business card. And they would filter out all the seeds, and it would fall. They make this raining kind of sound because it'd be dozens and dozens of seeds that would fall down out of this weed. I may have talked about this last time, but what did you find in an LP that you thought was really strange? Sheen says, not strange, but my Pearl Jam. Oh, your Pearl Vitalogy had the OG receipt in it. Well, that's kind of cool because that's what I don't put receipts in them per se, but yeah, the hype sticker and that kind of stuff I put in there. Yeah, receipt's kind of cool because it lets you know when somebody bought it and they thought enough about putting it in there. I don't know what the thought process was behind putting a receipt in there, but yeah, it's kind of cool. Let me look up here a little bit. Condoms. Anybody ever find a Jimmy hat in their LPs? Oh, you've never seen that album before, Eddie? You dig that. It should be in your collection, man. Super cheap. I think I paid a good price for it. Like, I got it for pretty cheap. But I don't think I paid any more than like $8 for this album. As a matter of fact, I still got the sleeve on it that says $8. Somebody didn't know what they were selling, but they're not hard to find, and they're cheap. So get yourself a nice clean copy. It's good to have in the collection. If you're looking for if you're trying to span, the psych era of music, you've got to have some Country Joe in your collection. It's a must. What else? Right. Okay. Condom. Yeah, I don't have the graphics anymore, Nate. I think when I told that story, maybe I didn't dive deep into it, but that broke in half. Well, it broke in half on the way down, and it broke into about 15 pieces after that. And then we might have been too high to clean it up. And then maybe this girl that lived like a few doors down in the apartment complex maybe walked on a piece of glass and then got a bunch of blood from her heel skin all like over my carpet. And then when I moved out of that apartment, they charged me a bunch of money because there was a bunch of brown stains on the carpet. And I said, no, it wasn't coffee like poo or anything. It was somebody's foot blood. So that may or may not have been what happened to that 4-foot graphics. And had this cool decal on the top with the jester kind of guy, the clown with the hat with the little bells. That thing was cool, man. Yep. What else we got in here? Yep. Poster. Yeah, that's not weird, but it's cool you got a poster. A lot of times, all that kind of stuff they put in an album, you won't get, to reap. You know what I mean? Somebody's already put it on their wall, and then their mom tore it down because, what you got Satan stuff in here, Black Sabbath, and your mom would rip it down off the wall, and she would throw it away. So a lot of that insert kind of stuff, the posters and the stickers, and I think I've got like, what is that album I got? It's got like the 3D kind of glasses. You could pop them out of the LP, and you could look at all the cool stuff. And I've got one like intact, but it's hard to find that kind of stuff because kids kind of picked this stuff up when they were younger or teenagers, and they used it and abused it, and it kind of got thrown away. Yep. Razor blade. You found a razor blade in there? Hopefully you didn't dig down too far deep into that album, and then you push your finger down on like a rusty old, syringe or a used condom or a razor blade. Yep. Yeah, so I think I'm going to play. Why don't I play one or two songs off of this Country Joe and the Fish? We're already hitting 2 hours, so it's not like, I was trying to hit the 2 hour mark, But I keep forgetting a fella knows how to talk, and I could easily talk myself out of, 10 minutes. The life and times from Haight-Ashbury to Woodstock. Let's put on a couple songs off of this. Let's just put on like the first 2 songs off of side 1. Let's not like try to make it more complicated than it needs to be. We'll put on a few songs more, and enough time to get maybe a couple more shots of this in. So Miss You or Adrian, or maybe Kimba's out there, or Cliff, if you're still hanging out. Maybe who else is out there? Joe, or whoever's got some like alcohol, like libations, live nations, drinks. Set yourself up with a shot. Let's listen to a few more songs from Country Joe and the Fish, and we'll round out the evening with a nice buzz. And then, as per usual, I'll make sure everybody's tucked in, and I'll make sure the closet is open, and there's no monsters under. I'll look under the bed, make sure there's no monsters. And don't forget, if you're worried about the monsters getting your toes because your feet stick out the blanket, just put the sheet over top, because it's like an impenetrable barrier that the monsters can't get in. They can't eat your toe skin, so you'll be safe. By the way, went to the eyeball doctor the other day, because I go every year, and they check out a feller's eyeballs. And they go, hey, you need a little more, your eyeball's getting a little weak. Need a little bit more. So, I ordered myself some new glasses, and they put all the juice in my eyeball. They squirted a bunch of, you ever get squirted? You ever get a squirt in the eyeball? They put the squirts in a feller's eyeball, and it made it all blurry. And they go, hey, you need glasses. And I go, well, I didn't need them as much as when, before you squirted all that juice in my eyeball. So I ordered a new pair of glasses. So these ones are not going to be retired, but they are going to kind of be set, to the side and not used as much. And I don't know if you fellas or fellas out there wear glasses. I don't want the LASIK. So don't be typing in the chat, hey, you should get LASIK, and then you don't need to wear glasses. I don't want it. I know too many nightmare stories about how somebody went in there and chopped up somebody's eyeball, and now they can't see at all. I wear glasses. I ain't got a problem wearing glasses. Because you could do the fashion kind of spin on wearing glasses. Because, fellas got the tortoiseshell kind of thing going on. So picked up another tortoiseshell pair of glasses, but they're satin. So they're not super shiny like these are. See the shininess? And yeah, very expensive. Got to get the Ray-Bans because, fellas got the champagne taste and the beer wallet. So they say, your insurance will cover this much. And they put out this cardboard box. They go, here's what your insurance, coverage is going to cover. And they, literally throw this cardboard box, like a shoe box. There's 20 pairs of, frames in there. I go, okay. I could go to, Walgreens or Target and get myself a pair of readers with, cooler frames. They say, go ahead, pick out what you want. So I look around. I gravitate right to, the Ray-Bans. I go, okay, this is what I want. She goes, okay, it's going to be $380. And we'll after we take $100 off, that your insurance covers $100 on the glasses. So yeah, you owe a $360. I'm like, okay, that's terrible. But here I am, I gotta have what I gotta have. So yeah, a bunch of money going out to glasses. Hope you guys enjoy them in the future. I don't give a fuck about what kind of glasses I wear. Why am I even talking about glasses right now? I don't, does it even matter? As long as I can see you and you can see me, I don't think it really matters. Let's play. Wasn't I supposed to play some music 15 minutes ago? What is going on right now? What in the actual fuck is happening right now? I don't know. I'm confused. But I can say this. From the bottom of a feller's heart, which is somewhere between here and here, maybe over here, depending on how you lay on the couch. Appreciate you coming by and hanging out on a Thursday night. I hope you're enjoying the music and the incessant rambling and the nonsensical chatter that doesn't really lead to anywhere. There's never any definitive kind of ending There's a beginning, but there's never any ending to what a fella is kind of saying. And I like keeping it open to conjecture, open to interpretation. Like, you think what you want. The takeaway is, I hope you had a good time. And I hope you enjoyed the music and the talking and the chat and the great people in the crowd. Because you come back over and over again, and, you know, it touches the guy. Down, like in the fields, where are the fields exactly? The younger people, they say the fields, but where is it located? Can you let a fella know? Bleep it down in the comments if you know where the fields are located within the body. I don't think it's here. It may be. And I may be just so far off base and out of touch with the younger folks that I don't know. But hit it up, and I'll put on side one, and we'll play maybe at least a couple, maybe a couple few. And shot time. As soon as I put this album on, I'm going to pour another shot. And we're going to hang out just a little bit longer. And then you know what's going to come after. I'm going to make sure you're safe. Because I don't want nobody to hurt you. So I'm going to protect you. Make sure you're okay. All right? Maybe read you a little story. And everything's going to be fine. So let's put on some music. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. Appreciate it. It's, 5 o'clock shadow and all right here. Can you hear it? Makes like a rasping sound, like you're sanding, like, a wall. That's any, like, fellas out there right now that got any kind of sensitive skin, you don't want to rub up against a fella's cheekbone right now, I'm telling you. The cheek skin, it's got the stubble, but it is what it is. I got lazy. Don't judge me. I got lazy, okay? Let's put on some music. Give me 1 second here, okay? I don't have, like, a helper. There's no, like, Steve Fever here or cameraman or there's nobody here to help me do this stuff. I'm doing it myself. Like, can you just give me a little bit back? I'm working hard here. Can't you see I got a single, like, bead of sweat pouring down a fella's noggin? And just, just give me a minute, okay? Pour a shot while I put this record on. Anybody that, you want to have a drink with a feller, last couple? Now it's time to pour it while I'm doing my thing. I'll give you at least like 45 seconds. Ready? Go. And just like that, we're done. It's like when you go to get blood drawn, and they go, it's going to be a little pinch. And you go, oh, it's going to, and then, like, it's over like that quick. But for me, every time they draw blood, they go, oh, it didn't work. We got to get more blood. And then they take more blood and more blood. That time I spent in the hospital, I had my kidney stones. They must have came and took blood from me, 15 times. I don't know if, like, the majority of, like, the doctors and nurses in hospitals are vampires. But I'm thinking there's no way you need, like, 2 quarts of blood from me. Like, you already know what's wrong. You need all this blood just to figure, oh, it didn't work. What are you doing, shots of blood? Like, I'm confused, man. I don't get it. Okay, let's play a couple Country Joe and the Fish. The Life and Times of From Haight-Ashbury to Woodstock. Shot time. And then bedtime. Ready? Let's go.
Some nice, simple folks from Berkeley, California. Country Joe and the Fish.
You ready? Cheers, people. Come on.
Be
little man. I've got a little piece of kryptonite, yeah. I'll bring that guy back to land. Come out, living with your hands held high. Drop your gun, baby, reach for the sky. Got you surrounded, you ain't got a chance. Suck it to him, 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 suck it to him. back in her mind. Winds up spending all of her time trying to memorize every line. Sweet Lorraine, talk about sweet Lorraine. Sweet lady of death wants me to die, so she can come sit by my bedside and sigh, and wipe away the tears from all my friends' eyes. Then softly she will explain just exactly who was to blame for causing me to go insane and finally blow out my brain. Sweet Lorraine, talk about sweet Lorraine. Honey, you know, it's a shame and a pity you were raised up in the city and you never learned nothing about country ways. Country This is a song to leave the theater by. I appreciate if you all enjoyed it. Sing along with us.
Rock out.
Those of you that feel moved to do so.
Hello.
Very simple song. You'll catch on to it as we go along. I like marijuana. I like marijuana. I like marijuana. I sure do like to get stoned, stoned, stoned. Yeah, I like marijuana. I like marijuana. I like marijuana. I sure do like to get stoned, stoned. night, people.
Night.
Direct from a smash engagement at the Claremont Hotel in Berkeley, this is Country Joe and the Fish.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a farewell performance of this organization. We're certainly glad to have you with us here tonight. We'd like to start off by giving you a taste of something we call rock and soul music.
Okay. I actually needed that break. I had to go take a pee, and I've been holding it for about an hour. So thanks, YouTube, because I got to go take a little pee-pee break. But here's what I'm thinking. All right, so this is essentially what happens every time, almost every time you hit that 2-hour mark. And then YouTube goes, hey, you're having too much fun. There's people laughing and hanging out and having a good time, and we don't like it. So here's my idea. Since I ain't got to get up in the morning, why don't we, for the people that want to get tucked in, I'll tuck you into bed and I'll put you to sleep. But for the other people that want to stay up, why don't we move over to Twitch? And then, like, there's no cap. Like, Miss U goes, no cap. That's like her thing. No cap. So why don't we migrate over, if you want. Miss U, if you want to put the link into a fella's channel over on Twitch, I'd appreciate it. And if anybody wants to follow me over to Twitch, because I'm like getting my second win right now, feeling like I want to hang out and spend some more time with you all, we'll play some more music. We won't do a movie tonight. We won't do a movie, but we'll do some music, and then we can play whatever we want. And we'll hang out for a little while longer. What do you think? You okay with that? You like the idea? Now, thank you, Monsieur. Appreciate that. Thanks for putting that link in there. So now, if you click on that link, it'll take you over to a feller's Twitch channel. Over on Twitch. It's free. If you're thinking, I don't like it, guys, I gotta pay. You don't have to pay money. It's free. And you can even watch without even having an account. And I think Kimba was like, she was watching like a feller's channel for a long time, and she didn't even have an account. But you don't get the chats, it says, so you don't get to hang out and talk. But if you go over to Twitch and you want to set up like an account, it doesn't cost anything like YouTube doesn't. It's free. Then you get to see like a no cap session where we can play whatever we want for as long as we want. Only difference is you can't keep it. Like I try to keep everything that comes up here within reason. Like I played the Love album like a couple weeks ago, and they flagged me for like every song off that Love album. So I didn't get to keep it. But occasionally we don't get to keep it. But anybody that knows a fella knows he likes to push his luck. So I think we pushed it a little bit too far tonight. Is it going to stay up? I think we got a really good chance of this stream staying up tonight. So if you're just showing up now, like where's the new fella at? Loco Manuel, like thank you so much for coming by. I don't know if the algorithm like showed you a guy's channel, like the Bizarro channel, but I appreciate you. Thanks for coming by. If you want to check out what we already did and what you missed, go on and rewind on what is here now, and you can check it out. But I think it's going to stay up. But until then, why don't we move over to Twitch, and we'll be able to hang out. And Loco, if you want to do a Twitch like account, it's free. It doesn't cost nothing. I don't make any money. That's for sure. I don't make any money. I don't take any money. And this is not about making money for me. I don't need it. Got a job. Make good money. So this is more for fun and sharing the experience with you guys. The fellas and fellettes in the crowd. Let me check the chat real quick, because I know that, like, I missed some chances of this stuff. Yeah, it's good to see you, Loco. Thanks for coming by, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Yep, you got that right, Eric. 2 minutes in metric. And yeah, absolutely. Where did I see that chat? Noisy B says, Mr. B wants to party all night long, and I couldn't have said it better myself. Don't have to get up at any specific time. All, the appointments are taken care of. All the bills have been paid within reason. The rent is always late, but I always push it. Just like I do these streams, I always push my luck. I go, how far can I push it before a fella gets bit? And then I'll deal with it. Gary says he's going to see you over on Twitch. Come on by. Twitch is going to fuck up on your laptop? I don't know. I think it'll be okay. I think you'll be okay, Adrian. Don't worry about it. Just come on by. We'll worry about that kind of stuff later on. B says, Bizarro rules. I couldn't agree more. I don't know why I totally agree with that comment, but I do. Thank you. Ferrell's just got you an album today that he listened to. Catch you on Saturday. Is a good possibility I'll be by on Saturday. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not, I got things planned. I got things down in the pipeline, as they say, Eric. And I want to make sure when I come back into a Saturday thing that I'm coming back like gangbusters. So don't sweat it. Saturdays will be coming back really soon. Just kind of making sure everything's put in line. All the T's are dotted and the I's are slashed and the U's have the little thing above the umlaut thing. But definitely coming back. Thursdays aren't going anywhere. Saturdays, we'll be back really soon for that. So anybody that's curious, going, well, how come you're not coming back on Saturdays? How come, I got to work on Thursday, I got to get up on Friday. How come you're not coming back on Saturday? I am. It's going to be okay. I promise, all right? Don't worry. It's going to happen. Come on by. So, hey, Adrian says, Bizarro's the bomb. Boom! Put like the is that like an explosion, like a atom bomb explosion emoji? Put that down in the chat, says if I couldn't agree more, Adrian. Thank you. I'm the bomb. I love that. I heard that a long time ago. This girl said, you're the bomb. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Is that good? Like, can I get anywhere with like that comment? Apparently the answer was yes. So I don't, the bomb diggity, and then they put the diggity on the end. I don't know. I'm a 51-year-old out-of-touch white guy. I don't know nothing about nothing what's going on in this world. I'm still saying shit like rad. Like, I still think rad AF is, like, super cool. Rad as fuck. And I'm going, man, you're so fucking cool. Like the story I told you about when I was working out one day and I looked in the mirror. Anybody hear this story before? Like, this is becoming, as synonymous as the canoe story, the speeding in the canoe story. Don't be too vain. Like, if you look in the mirror and you go, I'm pretty good looking, just leave it at that. Like, don't push it. Don't, like, stand in the mirror after you do, like, a chest, workout one day, and then you go, man, my chest is, like, rippling, and it looks really good. You go, God, I look really good. And then you do, like, a flex. You go like that, so you get the chesticles kind of thing. And then you rip, like, a muscle in there, and you go, ow, that really hurts, and I'm going to be hurt for, like, a week now. And what was it worth? So you could look at your own body in the mirror and go, you look super cool. Like, I could see if I was, like, streaming and I was going, all right, now I'm going to flex. And I'm going to look super rippled and, like, shredded like a julienne salad for you. But I was alone. And I swear to God, I heard Sandy laugh. Like, my cat actually made a laughing sound. And she gave me this eyeball like, you're a complete douchebag. What, are you kidding me? What are you, like, this Muscle Beach kind of guy over on the West Coast? You're working out, like, by the beach and doing pull-ups and stuff because you think you're super cool? You ain't shit. That's the look that Sandy gave me. And I said, okay, I took it. And no more. No more. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with a feller on a Thursday night, which is just about Friday on the East Coast. West Coast, you still got like hours to go. But on the East Coast, we're running up on like midnight. I'm going to take a second here. I'm going to compose myself. And we're going to go over to Twitch. And then I'm going to play whatever it is I want to play for as long as I want to play. I hope you guys join me. Thanks for coming by. Hey, miss you. Thank you for putting that in again. Rad AF, Adrian digs it. Because, Adrian's, we're in the same kind of age group, generally. Don't forget to brush the toofuses. Shane says, don't forget to brush your toofuses. Don't forget. Sandy D weighs in and she says, you're a dork. That's what Sandy said. You're a complete fucking douche. And I said, okay, you're right. Let's go over to Twitch and we'll continue right where we left off with, what is the song I really wanted you to hear? Rock and soul music. That's actually the song I wanted you to hear off this album. So we're going to start right with the rock and soul music off of the Country Joe and the Fish over on Twitch now. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me on a Thursday. If you're wondering, yes, I'll be back next Thursday to do it all over again. So come on back and hang out with me. If you're not going over to Twitch, I'll see you next Thursday. Maybe this coming Saturday. I'm not sure. Let's just see how it works out. If you see a notification, you'll know to come by on Saturday. And maybe we'll do like a phantom session where we kind of play whatever we want and we don't care if it gets taken down. That's the phantom session format. If not, I'll see you on Thursday for sure, next Thursday. Is it next Thursday or is it this coming Thursday? Or do you have to wait until Friday comes to say this coming Thursday? I don't know. I'm not really sure. But I do appreciate you coming by and hanging out. Thank you. Hope you had a good time. Hope you forgot about life for a little while, if you're like into the escapism kind of thing. Either way, I had a good time hanging out with you. My loyal supporters. I ain't going to call you fans because that just kind of gives a guy douche chills. I don't want anybody to be a fan. I just want you to be glad to hang out with a feller. And I'm just talking. Don't get me by a campfire like at the campsite because I'll put you to sleep. I'll talk and talk. You'll fall asleep, and then you'll wake up 3 hours later, and I'll still be like, you know what I mean, man? And then you go, yeah. And then you can fall back asleep for another couple hours, and then you'll wake up again, and I'll be like, you know what I'm talking about? And you go, yeah. And then 6 o'clock will show up, and I go, I'm getting a little bit tired. But let me tell you a story, and then I'll go to bed. And you'll be like, fuck, man, I lost like a ton of sleep because all this guy's doing is talking. My feet have melted in front of the fire. My sneakers have melted. And he just keeps talking because that's what I do. Libra, but Virgo cusp. So, yeah, both sides of the coin can talk all night about nothing. You want a guy that can talk all night about nothing? Give me a call. I can talk literally all night about nothing. I'll keep you entertained, and then I won't stop. I won't give like a second of breath in between. Be like, I'm just waiting for him to kind of stop so I can say, hey, all right, cool. It's been good talking to you. I got to go to sleep. But I'm never going to let that happen. I'm never going to let you get in quick enough to go, I got to go to sleep. Because I can breathe while I'm talking. So that's where it's at. Beast can't keep up with all the content. And that's what it's all about. Keeping you constantly overloaded with too much content. Content overload. You can be like, now I got to go back and watch old. By the way, remember I told you I was like watching the Roku channel, like on the TV, like the internet kind of channel? Saw that they were doing, I just picked up on it like at the same time. And then this channel goes, hey, we're the Baywatch channel. And we're going to play nothing but Baywatch. And so I started at like season 1, episode 1, like 1999 or like 2001. And I'm watching Baywatch over and over and over again. Like too much time watching Baywatch. Let me just tell you, it's a lot of like, it's like nips and stuff in there. I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of girls got like the boobies are like, it's cold. Shh. We used to call it Babe Watch. Like, that's a stretch, right? There's an original, thought. Babe Watch, right? But yeah, the Baywatch channel on the over on the Roku free streaming, app channel. And everybody that goes there, I get paid $75. So go over to Roku and check it. I'm just kidding. I don't make it down. Matter of fact, I lose money. Doing what I do right now, I lose money because I buy albums to play for you guys. And then it's money that I paid out of my pocket, and you don't give me any money, so it essentially means I'm losing money. I could be sleeping right now, watching Babe Watch, watching the Johnny Carson show, but here I am hanging out with you guys, and we're going to head over to Twitch and do the same damn thing right about now. So let me look at the chat real quick. I'll make sure I didn't miss anything, which I missed everything over the last 25 minutes. So let me check real quick. Boingo says he thought about Baywatch like 10 minutes ago. There you go. Beast goes 99. Actually, it was 1989 to 2001. If you're going to press a fella for some pertinent information, Baywatch 89 to 2001. Amazing that it lasted that long. Russ says he signed up for Twitch. Appreciate it, Russ. And when I say appreciate it, I mean I'm not making anything. We're just going to go over to another platform, and then we can play more music for longer, and we don't have to worry about getting shut down. So thank you, Russ, for coming by and hanging out. Thanks for the Twitch thing. And then you'll get to see when a fella ends up on Twitch playing more music. Or movie night, like maybe Russ, maybe you haven't ever been to a movie night over on Twitch, but we do movie nights occasionally here, and we hang out, and then we bring up guests that maybe want to do some commentary while the movie's playing, and we have a good old time hanging out. Same thing here, just no cap over on Twitch. Appreciate it. Chat count. Chat counts is this. There's a good one. All right, let me check the chat count before we go. Oh, man, that's a good number. Okay, so chat count. This just in. Beep, 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 beep. Chat count from the very beginning. I only looked at one comment here. So everyone, and we'll add one, 1,545 chats is this tonight. 46, add one, 1,546 and rising chat counts as this tonight. So go on and give yourself like a pat on the shoulder. Can you hear that? Pat yourself on the back. You did a good thing. You talked a lot. You had a lot of fun, camaraderie. You got to know some new people. Some new people came in tonight. A lot of people that haven't been here for a while showed up tonight. Appreciate that. The Garys is out there and everything. Come on back next time. We'll do it again. parting is such sweet sorrow. 1,546 Nate puts in there. Love it, man. Like that dial. That's like the analog clock a fella used to have, and the numbers would go, psh. You hear a little click, and the number would flip down. Like the Rolodex version of a clock. Man, those things are cool. Why did I throw that away? Russ says, no, you get your $20. So maybe say, yeah, hey. It's Russ, he's got a good memory. That's right. I do make money doing that. Nice big chat. That's right. Nice big fat chat. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming out and hanging out on a Thursday. I hope you dug the music. We pushed it because I like to push it. I'm not just okay with like, let's just get by. I'm always pushing the envelope, and I always will. So when, the stream interruption, when they put the thing here, I just got to take a quick pee-pee, and then I'll come back and, talk a little while. Luckily, they can't shut. If they could shut you down for talking, I'd be in a lot of fucking trouble right now, honestly, right? I mean, come on over to Twitch and hang out. I'll see you next Thursday. For the people that don't want to come over to Twitch, rest assured, I'll see you again next Thursday. We'll do it all again. Maybe this coming Saturday. Don't know. Until then, Saturday or Thursday, maybe 5 minutes over on Twitch. Thank you for supporting my channel. Give it a thumbs up if you like the video you're seeing now. If you like what you see, give a fella like a thumbs up, because then like the new fellas that come in organically, we can let more people know that we're doing really cool stuff. And I can make absolutely no money off it in the end. So it's a win-win, right? Thanks for coming by. See you on Saturday maybe. See you next Thursday. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for supporting my channel. I love you all, except for like 2 to 3 people. I'll leave that out there for you to decide. Is it you? Is it you? Is it you? I'll leave it up to you to figure out on your own. Till I see you next time, thank you. Good night. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Have an awesome next week. I'll see you soon. Take care.